everybody, and welcome to Cleff Notes, a brand new blog that I just started. For the next 15 weeks, we're going to go on a journey of self discovery, mostly involving movie musicals. And if you don't like movie musicals, that's okay. The point is, at some point in your life, you're going to encounter a crazy theater kid, and you need to be ready for when that happens. Here's how this is going to work. Every week, I'm going to pull a new movie out of my collection of musicals. I'm going to give you guys a quick 5-minute rundown of the plot and some interesting factoids about the production or the cast or something that happened in the middle of it. Alright, so, since I ate up a decent amount of my video runtime with this intro and the explanation of how things are gonna work this week, I decided to pick something weird and fast. Enjoy. Santa Claus is Coming to Town is a 1970 American musical Christmas special which originally aired on television on December 14th of that year. It was directed by Jules Bass and Arthur Rankin Jr., written by Romeo Muller, and partially drew inspiration from the song Here Comes Santa Claus, which the film credits as being written by J. Fred Coots and Haven Gillespie. It features the voice talents of Fred Astaire, Mickey Rooney, Keenan Wynn, Paul Frees, Joan Gardner, and Robbie Lester. Alright, so Santa Claus is Coming to Town 1970. Here's what you need to know. The film basically opens with a letter carrier illegally opening children's letters to Santa Claus, and it all goes downhill from there. Beginning of the film, a child is abandoned on the mayor's doorstep. Mayor doesn't want it, gets shipped off towards the orphanage in the middle of a blizzard in the woods. The wind rips the baby out of the hands of a police officer or whatever, carries it up a mountain, stuff happens. He gets dumped on the doorstep of a bunch of elves whose last name is Kringle. They adopt him, raise him. Turns out Kringles are toy makers, but they don't have anyone to give their toys to. They just throw them away. But no, Kris Kringle grows up, says, I'm going to take these toys to the people on the other side of the mountain. He does that. Right as he gets into the town, the mayor trips on a toy duck, breaks his leg or something, says, toys are outlawed. And thus begins, a very contentious back and forth situation between the two of them that involves, like a school teacher who later has an acid trip and a penguin who was looking for the South Pole but found the North Pole, and then the winter wizard or warlock or whatever who lives alone and practices spells and incantations on the top of a mountain, but then changes for the better because he gets a toy train and his heart melts and he loses his magic. It's very intense. Anyway, so ultimately they all get thrown in jail because they keep defying the orders that toys are illegal, but then they all get rescued by flying reindeer which got high on magic corn, and then, they basically just wait until the Burgermeister dies. The Burgermeister is the mayor, by the way. They just wait until that man dies, and then they get back and forth into the city or town or whatever, bringing toys to the children, and eventually they get old and feeble and stuff, so they can't do it every month or night, so they do it once a year, and then, Christmas. The end. Honestly, there wasn't really a lot of information out there on this movie. I went online and looked, but aside from the Wikipedia page, there wasn't really a lot of information on its history or the making of it or anything that was public access. Even on the disc in the special features I looked, but it was just drawing tutorials for the characters and then some real cute holiday themed segments of children singing Santa Claus is Coming to Town. However, I should say that when I was going online trying to find stuff, I learned that there was a video game based on this special that was released on the Wii a few years ago. It's horrifying. It really is. But if you're interested, you can buy it now for the low price of $2.99. Sorry if the setup was a little bit plain and boring to look at this week. I'm still trying to figure out the kinks in the format, but I promise that by next time I post, it's going to be more polished, and I'm going to do an actual movie. Don't forget to smash that like button, click subscribe, and troll me viciously in the comments. Ugh. Anyway, bye.